All right, so we started recording this episode. Didn't reveal, but I realized I didn't never hit the record button on either camera.
And
or
we're
on
not prepared for this.
So technically, we didn't start recording this.
No, we did not record this at all. And
We started performing, but not being recorded.
We had a great rough draft.
yeah, so
That's our first ever.
So
a dry run,
something.
but not dry.
No, the point being is that we started recording. We didn't record.
It was a dress rehearsal.
We started drinking the whiskey. I didn't reveal to them what it was yet. They have had some times I go in for notes where I try to just keep going through those notes again.
I generally remember what I said.
Yeah. We were about to get into ratings. Actually, we started ratings, and then we were like, "Oh crap!" So, yeah, we'll see if those. I'm curious if those ratings stay the same though. So I'm just gonna erase these so you don't. I'll remember what they are. You probably remember what they are too. But we're recording. Okay, let's go. Joyce. No, that's not where we start. Welcome back to the Bomb Shelf. I'm Josh.
I'm Keith.
And I'm Eric.
And we're going to drink a whiskey.
Again.
Joyce, what are we drinking again?
Today you are drinking Early Times Bottled and Bond. Early Times Bottled and Bond is a Kentucky straight bourbon from the Brown-Foreman Corporation. The Early Times brand was recently bought by Sazerac and will be produced by them in the future. It comes in at 100 proof and cost around $25. As always, your prices may vary. Enjoy!
I'm glad I realized it before.
I'm glad you realized before you revealed.
Yeah.
I do need to know what this is, though.
Yes.
Welcome back. Thanks, Joyce, for telling us. Let's dive in for the second time to this whiskey and see if we get the same notes that we got the first time, which you don't remember what they are, so I don't know what I'm telling you. Yep, still getting cherry.
Delightfully complex.
What's my line?
Cornflakes.
Cornflakes.
You got frosted cornflakes.
Yes, I did get...
It has sugary notes. It has that
Oh, that's right.
corn notes.
They're great.
Oh, and then we asked Kellogg to sponsor us.
First time through, I said corn pops, but then I tasted it, and it's not corn pops.
No.
Frosted Flakes, though.
I don't get the corn, I just get cherry. I still only get cherry. Just a big old whopping cherry.
I
Not
get
like a cherry
corn.
bomb.
I get cherry notes, not quite cherry.
A little bit of spice.
Sweet, some spice.
I know one thing I want to do before I taste it this time. Because I noticed that letting it sit and oxidize a little bit changed the taste of it. I wanted to see if it changes the nose.
I'm gonna take a sip and then I'm gonna let it sit. Cherry and spice in the mouth for me. So the first time,
Cinnamon frosted flakes.
I had a really long
Did they
finish.
make those?
They were temporary, but yes.
Man, cinnamon frosted flakes. 1, that would be delicious. 2, yes. I could agree with that.
Yeah.
First time I drank this, it was 10 minutes ago. Had a much longer finish.
Maybe 10 minutes.
Had a much longer finish. That's probably because now that I've acclimated to the alcohol, and so it's not hitting me as much.
I wouldn't say much longer finish, but it did have a longer finish the first time through.
I think we're acclimated to the alcohol
Yeah.
burn. And I think a lot of times people associate lingering alcohol burn with finish, and they're not always the same thing.
I love that this has both sweet and spicy notes.
Yes.
And both are complementary, but also separate.
Ooh.
What you got?
I'm eating that graham cracker again. I'm getting a lot of graham cracker today. Like if I just really focus, I get to a slight vanilla under the cherry for me. It leads into a little bit of cereal notes, which is kind of with the vanilla, adding a graham cracker, which might be that corn for you guys.
Corn syrup.
Not corn syrup for me. Okay.
Like
All right.
Caro.
Now we're gonna add the water.
Again, even the second time through, I'm not sure I want water added.
Yeah.
but I will, for the sake of science and fairness and all that BS.
Yeah, no, again, it's pulling out, this time a little bit more oak, but I'm still getting more cream on the nose now after adding water.
Like a nice cream soda, cherry cream soda?
Cherry cream soda, yeah. Just like you said last time.
Yes.
Like the Dr. Pepper with cream soda.
Yeah.
Or cherry vanilla ice cream.
Actually,
Yeah.
the more I think about it, the cherry, or the cream soda of Dr. Pepper really kind of fits there, because Dr. Pepper has that rye, like, not rye spice, but has a spiciness to it almost.
Yeah.
Yes.
One of those 23 flavors.
Well, it's kind of spicy, has a little bit of cherry. Then you got the cream soda in there with the vanilla. Honestly, it's not in a comparison of what you would expect cherry of the Dr. Pepper cream soda tastes like.
Right.
I do remember when I tasted Dr. Pepper cream soda, it was not what I expected.
Too sweet.
Yeah.
This
I think it was like
is right.
I think it was 50-50 cream soda, Dr. Pepper. And I think, honestly, they should have taken like cream soda flavor and added to...
They should just add a 24th flavor, not adding a whole complexity.
Its own soda, yeah.
We don't review sodas, we review whiskeys.
Again, this is, you add the water to it, it's a completely different whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
It's not worse, it's not better, it's just completely changing the taste profile 100%.
To me, it just accentuates the sweetness and the spiciness. It makes it more robust. It's not a completely different taste profile, but it is significantly different.
I disagree with that. It's bringing out, it's enhancing the spiciness, but it's bringing out different spices than what I got the first time.
You see, I'm getting the same notes through, more creamy now with the water, but it's still the same general notes.
Yeah. Still a shorter finish with the water compared to neat.
Mm-hmm.
I'd still say that I would prefer the nose. Actually, I'm flip-flopping on the nose, actually. I'm not sure which nose I prefer better. Palette, I'm leaning towards with water, and the finish definitely neat.
Yeah, the finish is neat. The other two, I enjoy both ways.
Yes.
Yeah, you definitely enjoy it both ways. The only one that takes a hit with water is the finish.
Yes.
It kind of pumps it up, and then but cuts it short.
Yeah, it makes it more vibrant, but short.
And one way to get a neat nose and a watered finish or watered palate, if you would like to try this, is to smell it neat and then take a sip of water and hold that water in your mouth while sipping the neat beverage and then swishing that around a little bit. A lot of distillers do this on their tasting tours.
Yeah.
I believe Buffalo Trace is one that does that.
I'm getting leftover rye spices on the on the back of my tongue, on the finish. Tingly.
I don't get as much corn with the water added.
No, I don't either.
That is one flavor that almost vanishes with the water being added.
Which is one of the reasons that I said it's like going from one whiskey to another. It is different. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because without that corn flavor, you're changing the whole palate profile.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so let's go to... Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, now that it has sat for a little bit longer, I more agree with you that it's different, not just accentuated.
Right.
So let's go to ratings. Nose,
I'm giving it a 4.5. This is it is complex, it is robust. It's the nose profile that I am looking for. I like everything that I got on the nose, and there's plenty there.
Same, 4.5, same reasons. I love the complexity. I know I've said that in the past before, but this isn't just complex to be complex. It's very enjoyable and good transitions in flavors. It's not like you're just abruptly changing from one to another. It's like they just kind of calmly and subtly bring themselves in. And I love that.
I'm going to give it 3.5. The nose is my least favorite part about this whiskey. For me, I'm just getting this cherry up front that is a fairly common note. It also even coming off it a little bit, it still burns my nose hairs a little bit. But I still think it is a good nose. I could probably be swayed to a 4. In fact, I think I'm swaying myself to a 4. Let's move to palate.
I'm hesitant, but I'm going to give it a 5. This is a fantastic whiskey. I loved everything about the palate. The fact that adding water makes it so different, it just shows just how complex and full this whiskey palate is.
I'm also going to a 5. Again, the complexities, the smooth transitions, the mild adjustments and changes, just full-bodied, plays well together. Very good.
I'm going to a 4.5. Kind of the same things, just I'm not willing to give it a perfect 5. That's all. Finish.
I think the finish is a step down from the palate, but not a big one. I'm gonna go a 4.5. It's long and complex, long enough and complex. It's not so long that it just sits with you all day. I very much enjoyed this finish.
I think the finish, I'm also going to go with a 5 on that one. As it sits, the finish changes as well. As you add water, the finish changes. As you go neat, the finish changes. There's just so much complexity there. I'm noticing slight wheat to bread flavor, switching to spicy, switching to orange, switching to nutty and pecan, and to notice all of that in just that short time of the finish of it is just absolutely amazing to me. So yeah, I gotta rate this one high. So 5.
I'm gonna go 4.5. I think that was probably one of the best finishes I've had. And the especially coming off that palate, neat. With water, not as much. Not interested. Really, like I would probably knock it down to like a 3, maybe 3.5 if it was with the water. But the neat 4.5 for sure. Like hits you nicely. It's a long, nice finish that matches the palate, flows right from the palate really nicely, gives you a nice kind of hug in there, and then just really good. All right, so that is our ratings. We're gonna jump into the other reviewers and what they think of this whiskey and the tasting notes they get. So we'll start with tasting notes. On the nose, the most common notes were caramel, oak, fruit, baking spice, cinnamon, brown sugar, and pie crust. Palate, caramel, fruit, and specifically dark fruit, light oak, vanilla, and cinnamon. Finish, oak, sugar, vanilla, and bitter. Going to the ratings, Distiller gave this an 86. Whiskey Advocate a 91. Wine Enthusiast 88. And Tastings.com a 92.
Pretty good.
Yeah, and they're all very similar, not all over the place.
Yeah.
We've heard some ratings where it's like somebody's just blindly throwing darts and...
Yeah, so the lowest one there was 86, highest 92.
Yeah.
So 6-point difference. So stock reveal, I need type, proof, what you would pay, and what you think the general price is.
I'm going 80. The corn notes and the rye notes, I'm going bourbon. Price. I have a feeling you're going to surprise us with something in the $18 to $20 range, and I would probably pay around $25 for this.
I'm also saying bourbon, not because of any notes specifically, but because I love it and I love bourbon. Proof, I'm gonna say 84. Because if I don't, I'll be wrong. MSRP, I'm gonna say, is probably in the mid-20s. I'm gonna say mid to low. I'm gonna say 18 to 24 on this.
Okay.
I personally would probably pay as much as 26.
Okay. All right. That's great. So let's talk about some things about this whiskey before I reveal it. And the first thing I have to note is that, because this is I'm going to ask you to redo your prices in a moment.
Okay.
Because this is a 1 liter bottle.
Okay.
So factoring that this is a 1 liter bottle, not a 750 milliliter bottle, what do you think the price is?
Man. I get a liter of this for less than 30? I'm going to change my price range to 22 to 28. And I personally, for a liter of this, I would probably go above 30.
Okay.
But I'm going to say 30 because that is our channel.
I'm knowing now that that's a 1 liter bottle, I'm going to say it's in the $10 to $15 range, because generally 1 liter bottles with the bulkier mounts tend to be a lower price.
Okay.
They tend to be well drink
Sure.
status.
Okay.
So I'm going to go 10 to 15, and I would still pay 25.
Okay. All right. So this is a Kentucky straight bourbon. You guys are both completely wrong on the proof. It's 100 proof.
Wow.
Wow.
That is shocking.
That is a gentle 100 proof.
Yes.
This is mash bill is 79% corn, 11% rye, and 10% malted barley. This whiskey is bottled and bond, so that's why it's 100 proof, which means it's a minimum 4 years from one distilling season at one distillery. Also, new charred oak barrel. The general price for this bottle is $25. I paid $25. Now, the distillery that made this bottle is Brown-Foreman Company. However, the bottle I'm about to reveal, the label recently got bought by Sazerac, who owns Buffalo Trace and a few other distilleries. So theoretically, this bourbon unfortunately might change. Currently, it's still on the shelf as this I'm about to reveal. So if you're worried about that, currently still on the shelf, readily available as what we're about to reveal. But it may change in the future with Sazerac's purchase. All right, so reveal time. Let's go ahead and do this. This here is Early Times Bottled and Bond.
Wow.
So the name Early Times is what was bought by Sazerac recently from Brown-Foreman.
Definitely going on my shelf.
Yup.
And that is a 1 liter bottle, 100 proof.
I'll definitely pick some of that up
Yes.
as soon as possible.
And to believe that's a 100 proof bottled and bond, that's totally a shocker. Of course, I did pick up a lot of alcohol on the nose at first, but as that evaporated, I mean...
If you watch the Bourbon Junkies, Sean, the Bourbon Junkies specifically, they both like it a lot, but Sean raves about this whiskey because it is an amazing value.
Oh, yeah.
$25 for a 1 liter, 100 proof bourbon that tastes as good as this does. Amazing value. Someone's in the comments going to get mad that we're telling people that it's so good and they're worried it's going to fall off the shelf before, all Brown-Foreman stock is going to go up and
now I'm really starting to smell that brown sugar.
All right, this is great.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to go back and review. I'm pretty sure we just gave this a higher score than we gave Eagle Rare.
Yeah.
Possibly?
There's
not much room above where I gave, so I'm going to say probably.
I'm going to say I remember we did not treat Eagle Rare all that well.
I think you might be right.
That's it. That's all we have for today. If you like what we're doing, please give us a like on Facebook, Instagram, and on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button. Ring the bell. See you around. And until next time, may the winds of fortune sail you.
May you sail a gentle sea.
May it always be the other guy that says, "This drink's on me." Man.
I'm getting another touch.